Good day, guys, or good evening. Welcome back to K1876 TV. So, this is a continuation of what I was discussing the other day on my last video. So the last video, guys, if you haven't seen it, you can go over to my channel, K1876 TV, and click on it and see. Click on the videos. That one was about women, desperate women going to Jamaica to married Jamaican men. You'll see there, guys. But today, this one, we're going to talk about red flag. Yep, red flag, guys. So guys, in a relationship, like when you go into a relationship, right? And most of us, well, a lot of women say they didn't see red flags when they were going or enter into the relationship. Some of it is not true. Sometimes we say it. We see it. You understand? We women see it. We see it. But we just ignore them, some of them. And what they say, if you ignore red flag, what will happen? It will come back and bite you later. Yeah? So we do see the red flags, guys. Sometimes they're just some simple little things, or, but sometimes it kind of builds up, you know what I mean? And sometimes, for example, if you're talking to a guy and or a girl, and you see, like, they're taking phone calls, for example, and they have to go to another room to talk. They don't want to talk in front of you. Or maybe every time they answer the phone, or the phone is with them, they turn it down, they turn the face down on the table or wherever. You understand? I mean, people do that sometimes just as normal, but I mean, that can be a red flag too. And also, if you have someone calling your partner some hours a night or early morning, and just some things, that shouldn't be happening. Because in all honesty, in a relationship, I think in a relationship, right, especially with the phone calls, when it comes on to, like, for example, nighttime, I know nobody will call my man anytime after 9 o'clock. You understand? Them hours there, a family time, for me and him time, whatever. But when it come on to a certain time of the night, I know nobody will call my man, or nobody call a woman. You get me? But yeah, I don't believe nobody's supposed to call nobody man certain time of night or early morning. That's a big red flag. That's a red flag. You understand? And if you see the person get up a call or not accept the call them or whatever, you don't set the person straight and say, look, me with my woman or me with my man, you can't call them time or whatever. Some people can be so disrespectful. And some of them will know, and still call. No say they with a woman or with a man, and still a call. You get me? And there's some little red flags in a big enough relationship before you like venture in, and even sometimes even when you're married, some of them not show it until you're married though. Yeah, some not show it, some pretend well until you're married. Then you see them start show them head. Yeah, and after them, then go on to see the ring up on the finger, and then everything change. Everything changes. You know what I mean? Because some behavior that you never saw when at the beginning of the marriage, at the beginning of the relationship, then or whatever. Then wait until they married you, and then you see them push up them head, and I bring up the little dirty behavior them and them something them, because I'm say, oh, me have her now or me have him now, me have him lock or me have her lock now because we done married, and them something there. So You see me? I'm not afraid to walk out to anything, you know. If anything I'm not comfortable with, I'm not scared to walk out to it. You know, I'm not afraid for walk out to it. Once I feel, if I'm in a relationship and I feel like it's not working, I'm not going to force it. I can't force something. Me personally cannot force something. You understand? And my attitude, boy, I don't know. I can't force relationship. And the thing is, you can't force somebody to love you. There's no way you can force someone to love you. And if I can't stay night, I don't know. I don't know about anybody else. I rather leave. You know, I know a lot of people find it difficult to leave anyway, you know, certain relationship because of certain circumstances, you know, in certain relationship as well. When you're married, sometime, especially when you're deep into the marriage, sometime to stay in the marriage, are you gonna lose more if you divorce? Maybe that's what I'm gonna try to say. If you get divorced, then you lose a lot more. But I mean, I don't know. You see me? Let me tell you me stay as well. You see, I'll be in love with someone, right? And if something happen, I see my mind change and you hear me say, look, I'm not gonna take this anymore, I'm done. Once you hear me say I'm done, I done me done. I don't know about anybody else, but when it come out of my mouth, say, it done, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. There's nothing in this world you can do for me change my mind. I'm a Leo, guys. I don't know if all Leo are like this, but I'm a Leo. You see, once me say it done, I done it done. You could have tried till thy kingdom come. It done. There's nothing you can do for me to continue to love you or continue to stay in the relationship. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'd rather to be hurt. I'd rather go cry after. Walk out. But me not stay night. Me not stay night. You know, but everybody's circumstances is different. I understand. You know, sometimes it's hard for some people to leave. But guys, you don't have to stay. When you see somebody, you know, show you some behavior, some really horrible behavior, then, you know, you just have to get the courage to walk away. And you don't have to stay, man. Red flag, when you come onto red flag on them something, you just, if you can get out of it, you know, as fast as you can, you know, before you go even deeper and deeper. I know it's easier said than done, guys, for some relationship, you know, but red flag is not easy. And guys, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've never been in a relationship where, you know, the red flags were there and I still go into it. You know, I've been into that situation. You know, and sometimes it's because we love the person, and we make love blind with eyes. You understand? We're blinded by love, and we just end up into this crappy situation afterwards. You know what I mean? And then it's so difficult sometimes to get out. But, you know, like I said, I'm not scared to walk out of anything. Personally, I'm not scared to walk away. So, you know, when it comes down to red flag, it can be a broad topic. Yeah, so red flag can fall under so much like an umbrella, you know, like it can cover so much, you know. It comes like, you can say red flag on the basis of abuse, you know, whether physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, you know, spiritual, you know, there's so much things, you know, that red flags just fall under, you know, or so many things fall under red flags. You know what I mean? But I know it's a sensitive topic, guys. It can be sensitive. And to be honest, I don't want to divulge too deep in it because, you know, a lot of people going through stuff, you know, emotionally and mentally. So sometimes we have to be mindful of we talk as well. You know, I don't want to cause any bring up back any bad memories for anyone or anything like that. That's what I meant to say, guys. Yeah, because, women go through a lot, we do. Men go through a lot too. I'm not going to say men don't go through a lot, because they do. But women, I feel like women, I'm talking about like in a relationship. That's what I'm talking about. So, like I've mentioned in my previous video, I've entered into a relationship where I saw, a few red flags before, and I still go into it, and then, it never worked, So at the end of the day, we just have to try and prioritize ourselves. If you see you're in something and you realize that, somebody kind of mistreating you certain ways or whatever, or, you found out certain things about the person, that they never tell you until after you enter into the relationship, then, that can be damaging as well. So, there's so many things, I could talk about. I'm kind of like picking and choosing what to say, you know what I mean? So it's not easy, innit? Talking about it's just not easy at all. It's really not easy. It can be a sensitive topic, guys. It really is. Yeah, because, people have been through so much, both female and male, And, sometimes we found ourselves in some relationships where, like I said, guys, I don't really want to divulge too deep, but sometimes we find ourselves in some relationship where we're struggling. We see the red flags are there, right? And it's like we want to leave, but it's like we're struggling to leave. We don't know how to leave, Sometimes we pretend like everything is okay when we know it's not everything all right. Do you understand? Sometimes we pretend we mask it so much, especially us women. We can mask things that we're going through so easily without people even knowing. Sometimes, boy, I'm telling you. Oh, boy. All I can say, guys, if you're in a situation and, you want to come out, man, just find the courage. Find the courage to come out of a certain situation, Yeah, you just find the courage. It's going to hurt. Of course it's going to hurt. You're going to feel like you've wasted so many years or so much of your time. That's what you're going to look into. And then sometime you don't want to leave because of children and all those things, It's just, I don't know. I know this is more to do with like abusive relationship and stuff, but that's why I don't want to divulge into it. I'm just like touching the surface in it. But yeah, just, guys, just don't wait until things get too bad. Yeah, just guys, if there's any topic you want me to talk about, you can comment below, or if you want me to do a live, if you want me to go live and then have people to come on and we talk, let me know as well. If you want me to do that one day and we just have this open discussion, we could do that as well. Yeah, because talking alone sometimes, sometimes I need a second person or a few more inputs, yeah, our opinions, different opinions, yeah, to get different views and all those things on the topic. But there's another topic I want to talk about, but yeah, it's gonna come up in my next video. I'm not gonna do it on this one. It's gonna be too long, so I'll talk about something else. So guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys, please. And when you watch the videos, guys, if you can maybe watch all of it, that would be great. That would help YouTube to kind of push it out, so other people can see the discussion and all that. Okay, so and don't forget to put the thumbs up, okay, guys, please. Thank you for watching. So guys, yeah, remember what I said. If you want me to go live and we have a discussion, I don't know if anybody would be happy to join, for us to discuss certain things. Yeah, in regards to like maybe relationships or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, you can comment down below, guys. And if you think what I'm saying makes sense, you can comment. If not, then you can also comment. But just don't be rude, okay? Yeah, just don't be rude, guys. Yeah, okay. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end this video here for today. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or rest of your evening or even rest of your night. All right, guys. Blessings.